We definitely put a lot of great things out on tape, but we also put some of those things, just little small detailed things that once we got back in, they just continuously go over it and correct those things.
Pair of sacks to start the year, though.
Great way to start. I wish we would have got a dub, but they done.
Can you speak to how elusive Tua was just throughout the course of the game for you guys as the pass rush trying to get after him?
I feel like the offense, they did a great job. The scheme that what they in, got the ball out quick. They attacked. They know they had the edge rushes that they had, and the screen game, I feel like we could have did a better job redirecting, getting out to help the DBs make those tackles on that edge. But I feel like they did a great job of getting the ball out quick.
You mentioned putting a lot of good film on tape, pass rush, or not pass rush, stopping the run especially. Can you speak to that a little bit and how your unit did?
Stopping the run, that's our number one key as a defensive front. We stop the run, and that leads to everything else. We'll get to the pass rush and things like that later on once we stop the run.
How helpful is it to come home when you're looking for a win in front of the home fans?
Repeat that one more time.
How helpful is it to be coming home to the bank when you're still looking for that first win?
It's definitely helpful. Obviously, playing at home, the home environment, it's like I say, it's just the first game, so hopefully the fans realize that. Obviously, they know that we coming together as a team, still building that chemistry, and just hoping to still be able to feed off of that energy at home.
Rushing with Eric for the first time in a game, just how'd that feel? How'd that go?
Love it. I love it. He was at 3 Tech one time that I can vividly remember. I loved it. It flowed naturally. We haven't got too many practice rushes at that, obviously knowing that he just got back into the flow of things, but I feel like it's going to be pretty good. The whole unit as well, not just Eric.
Trey, how was the communication the first time in the new system? Do you feel like the communication was good with you guys on defense?
I definitely feel like the communication was good. It could have obviously been better on like certain occasions, but as far as going out at first game, I feel like it was pretty sharp, but we always can find room for improvement.
There's a lot of football left in the season, 16 left to go. So a lot of good things this defense can still do. How do you guys get to that next step?
Like I say, coming in today, watching the film, obviously knowing the good, the bad, and the ugly, and just fine-tuning those little small things that we made mistakes on down the wire, if that's conditioning or just taking this minor step here and redirecting or whatever it is, just correcting those little small details.
Yeah, that conditioning is a question too, right? I mean, that's the first time going in a full game in a long time. So did that come into play towards the end? I mean, both sides probably had that same issue.
For me personally, I wouldn't really say it's so much of the conditioning. It's just the fact of you really won't be in the game shape until you actually play in that first game or the first 2 games. You get acclimated, and once you start catching your second win, you'll just start flowing from there.
No, that wasn't the tendency. We were making some plays down the field. Obviously trying to establish the run game, and I feel like we were doing a pretty good job. Again, we just got to finish. That's all it is.
What was Jalen, or what was Brian saying to Jalen?
I have no idea. I don't know what he was saying, but good to see that come out of BT. He played hard, and he had a great effort on run plays and obviously in the pass game, so it was definitely fun to watch.
But he's so quiet.
Yeah, he
didn't
is.
Expect that, right?
Yeah, it was like kind of like alter ego kind of thing, seeing him out there talking. So it was exciting to see.
Hey, Gabe, is it ever as bad as you think, or is it ever as good as you think the day after? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's never as bad as you think, right? You go around and you watch the tape, you see guys freaking flying around, making big plays on defense and offense. It's just little things that are controllables that we let slip out of our hands, and that's why the game ended up the way it was.
With the way it ended, is this one hard to flush at all?
No, it's week 1. Yeah, 16 weeks. I mean, again, if you put on the tape, defense, offense, special teams, everyone just flying around the ball, trying to make plays, hustling. It was really good to see the tape, to see that, we're that close.
Gabe, the 2 best offensive drives of the day, you could make a case for when they backed you up inside the 5. Mm-hmm. And then you guys went and scored on one, and then the other one was before Travis fumbled. But what does that say for the offense that you guys can get yourselves out of that kind of hole?
Yeah, we just take it one play at a time, still try to execute no matter what the situation is, whether, we're in the red zone or we're backed up on our 2-yard line, to be able to go out there and execute the way we know how.
First game, whichever regular season game, just how'd that feel? Just get on the same page with them.
Yeah, no, it felt good. I feel like we've been working all camp to build our chemistry up. I feel like it went pretty well. Every time he was able to get me the ball, we were able to make something happen. So just keep it going, keep working, and find ways to get better each and every week.
That throw and catch with Brian for a touchdown, Evan said it was one of the better throws he's seen in a while. Just what were your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, if you pause that clip from when he was throwing the ball, I mean, BT's kind of crossing the field, and he's throwing it towards the back pylon with Poirier and Ramsey on me, so it was pretty – I mean, and he floated it too. I mean, to have that confidence, be able to make that kind of a tight throw, especially getting hit, something special.
Does that not surprise you based on kind of what you saw throughout camp, just from Trevor, from BTJ?
Yeah, no, it doesn't surprise me at all. We put in a lot of work, put in a lot of time. Doug has prepared us for those type of moments, and nothing special to see when you see that. I mean, it's something that you expect every single week.
What kind of opportunity is this coming home this week against the Browns to get back on track?
Yeah, you got to win at home. This will be a big game for us, and excited that we get to go do it at our home stadium.
It's not hard to flush it all. We're on to the next one.
What do
Do
you
you
think?
think the offense got a little too conservative in the second half, or?
No, I mean, we just didn't execute. I feel like, there was just, everybody had their mishaps at the wrong time. I take a lot of credit. I didn't play well. I didn't execute to my best ability. So I think we all just kind of hold each other accountable to the small things and just be better next week.
There's a lot of self-inflicted mistakes on both sides and everything. Does that have the same feel as what happened last season when things were going awry? Just, kind of beating yourself? Was there any that ever enter your mind at all? Or
No, we're way past last year. We have a way better team. We're a lot more focused. We prepare way better. We just didn't finish. And that's, like I said, that's the frustrating thing is we saw what we're capable of against a really good team, against a really good offense and a good defense. So I think there's definitely things to learn, but we're past all that happened last year. And I think that's what's frustrating about this morning is we tasted the greatness that we can be. We just didn't finish.
How much do you attribute week one to, not going the full 60? You go 30 great minutes and then kind of falls off. Could that be attributed to week one at all, or is that something that you got to kind of settle into over the course of a year?
I mean, to our standard, no. I mean, that's, it's kind of an excuse, week one, trying to find our way, whatever. But that's across the whole league. Everybody's trying to, get back going. Everybody's on the steady incline starting week one. And I think that we just, to our standard, we're better than how we finished yesterday. So that's kind of, we don't want to make excuses about week one. It's early. We're learning. We feel like we're a great team now. We're going to continue to work to be a great team. But great teams finish, and that's what we got to get better at.
What did you think about BT's touchdown?
Oh, man, I mean, probably the best, definitely the best play of the day offensively. Best throw I've seen in a while. Just anticipation and just credit to Trev and BT. BT, since day one he walked in here, he's been locked in, trying to get better, working through things, just finding his way, finding his, his footing in this league. And, I talked about the young guys that contributed to our team yesterday. They're going to continue to help. But that was a special play. That's the capability. That's what I'm talking about. The frustration is like we have that ability to make plays like that. We have the guys to do that. We just got to do it for a full 60 minutes.
When you're still looking for that first one of the year, how helpful is that the next game's back at home at the bank?
It's big. We got a northern team coming down south. The team that we went to battle with last year in their place, and so definitely the feeling of yesterday. We're going to be ready to work this week and go right the ship at home and try to get we got to protect the band. We got to win at home, and that's going to be our goal.
You guys have talked about Brian doesn't say a whole hell of a lot, but he had some stuff to say to Jalen. Did you hear what he and Jalen?
I didn't hear what he said, but I love seeing it. I love seeing it, and definitely that brings a lot to our team. That definitely got the juices going. Everybody on the sideline, it was right there. We all saw it, and that's probably the most I've seen him talk, honestly. But I love it. I think he's going to start to open up a little bit. He's gaining confidence, and he showed it yesterday what he's capable of, and he's going to be a big weapon for us. And a lot more confidence going to come for sure.
So it was a surprise to see him talk.
I mean, yeah, I was actually surprised, especially that at 5 too. It was cool to see, and it's just it was good for our team to see too.
It kind of seemed like Jalen was following him a little bit. What does that say just about the respect he's already kind of commanded?
I mean, you watch the tape. I mean, their defense had a lot of respect for Seven. You got that type of speed and the big play capability. They have to respect it. So this says a lot about him, his ability, and just for him to be a rookie. It's only up from here too. So it says a lot.